Atlanta just got hotter than a frying pan full of ghost peppers because the real OGs of love and hip-hop, Yandy and Rasheeda, have officially gone to war. Forget boxing matches, forget Versus battles, forget even presidential debates, because this showdown makes all of that look like kindergarten recess. And trust me, this isn't your regular shade-throwing, wig-snatching reality TV moment. This is the kind of clash that makes the Kardashians look like they're running a Sunday school bake sale. Picture it. Two women who built the love and now hip-hop empire brick by brick, now tearing the mansion down like Godzilla versus King Kong. But with designer handbags, manicured claws, and Instagram followers fueling the flames. It's not just drama, it's reality TV history unfolding in real time, and the streets are buzzing like a malfunctioning power grid. Whispers say secret texts leaked, rumors claim alliances were broken, and some fans swear they saw actual tears, shattered glasses, and a clapback so strong it could power half of Atlanta's nightlife. And the best part? Nobody saw it coming. But now that the receipts are spilling, the world is asking, who really runs the ATL throne? Buckle up, because this war has only just begun. The Atlanta skyline has seen some battles, political scandals, rap beefs, even Falcons fans crying over Super Bowl collapses. But nothing prepared the city for the volcanic eruption that is Yandy versus Rasheeda. When two of the most seasoned veterans of love and hip-hop Atlanta lock horns, it's not a casual squabble, it's a cultural earthquake. The kind that shakes tables, rattles storylines, and makes even Mona Scott Young grab her emergency popcorn stash. Let's rewind for the uninitiated. Though if you're here, you already know these two women are not background extras in this franchise. They are the franchise. Yandy Smith, the polished, business-savvy queen with a Rolodex longer than a CVS receipt, has always played the role of calm strategist, the peacemaker with just enough spice to keep the cameras rolling. Then, you've got Rasheeda Frost, the boss chick, rapper-turned-fashion mogul who doesn't just walk into a room, she claims it, trademark pending. Two women with empires, legacies, and reputations sharper than a diamond-studded stiletto heel. So how did these two titans go from red carpet smiles to whisper campaigns and Instagram shade wars? Word on the street is it all started with something deceptively small, a business deal gone sideways. Classic reality TV domino effect? Sources say Rasheeda felt Yandy was stepping into lanes she didn't belong in. Fashion endorsements, Atlanta club appearances, even management ties to rising artists. Suddenly, Yandy's name was on everyone's lips in Rasheeda's backyard. And if there's one thing Rasheeda won't tolerate, it's someone treating her city like a free sample at Costco. Atlanta isn't just home for her, it's her kingdom. But here's where the plot twists faster than a TikTok trend. Apparently, Yandy didn't just step on toes. She allegedly trampled on them in designer boots. Rumors circulated that she swooped in on a deal Rasheeda had been negotiating for months, snagging a partnership with a major brand that Rasheeda had practically gift-wrapped. Fans call it business. Rasheeda calls it betrayal. And betrayal, my friends, is the one currency reality TV never runs out of. Naturally, the fallout didn't stay behind closed doors. Nope. In true love and hip-hop fashion, it spilled onto Instagram Live, group chats, and even late-night shade accounts that live for this exact chaos. Screenshots started flying. Alleged texts showed Yandy being called out for snaking. And the memes? Oh, the memes were savage. One viral post had Rasheeda's face photoshopped onto Scar from The Lion King yelling, "This is my territory," while Yandy was edited into Mufasa falling into the stampede. Talk about brutal fan creativity. The tension escalated during a filmed event. Sources say it was meant to be a reunion-style dinner. But let's be real, reality TV dinners have a 0% success rate. You invite these people to a table and expect peace? That's like inviting Kanye to a Taylor Swift concert and hoping for silence. What actually happened? Plates clattered, voices soared, and at one point, Rasheeda allegedly stood up mid-toast and called Yandy a guest in her city. Fans in the room swear you could hear a record scratch, like the universe itself said, "Hold up, did she just go there?" Yandy, of course, didn't fold. She fired back with that icy calm that makes enemies even madder. According to whispers, she told Rasheeda, "Queens don't ask for permission." Boom. That line hit harder than a Drake diss track on release day. The crowd went wild, the cast scattered, and the cameras captured every delicious second. Atlanta hadn't seen this level of drama since Gucci Mane's infamous radio interview calling out, "Well, everyone," but here's the kicker. What looked like a one-off heated exchange turned into a full-blown Cold War. Behind the scenes, alliances started shifting like tectonic plates. Sierra reportedly sided with Rasheeda, citing loyalty and history, while Carly Red, predictably, played both sides like a politician, dropping messy sound bites to blogs that only fanned the flames. "I just think they both boss chicks," Carly smirked. But maybe Atlanta only has room for one queen. Translation: keep fighting. Ladies, because my follower count is eating. Fans. Of course, lapped it up like it was the last season of Game of Thrones, minus the disappointment. Twitter timelines exploded, TikTok edits multiplied, and every fan page was dissecting body language like FBI analysts. Did Yandy roll her eyes too hard? Did Rasheeda smirk too long? At one point, someone slowed down a clip and swore they saw Yandy mouth, "Watch what happens next." It was basically the Zapruder film of love and hip-hop. And the blogs? Forget it, they were in heaven. Headlines screamed ATL Queens at War, Boss Chick Betrayal, and my personal favorite, Love and Hip Hop Civil War. Who will survive? Even mainstream outlets started picking it up, because apparently America's economy might be shaky, but reality TV feuds are recession-proof. What makes this clash so juicy, though, isn't just the insults or the shade, it's the legacy. Yandy and Rasheeda aren't fresh faces trying to build a brand. They're established. They're OGs, women who paved the road for everyone else on that show. Watching them go at it is like watching Jay-Z and Nas beef all over again, except instead of ether, it's Instagram captions. Instead of diss tracks, it's passive-aggressive brand partnerships. And instead of squashing it, both sides seem ready to let it burn until Atlanta itself needs a fire marshal. As part 1 comes to a close, the question echoing louder than a DJ Khaled "Another One" ad-lib is simple. How far will this go? Is this just TV fodder for the ratings gods? Or are we witnessing the kind of personal beef that seeps into real life? Friendships, marriages, businesses, the whole empire? Because one thing is certain, the lines have been drawn, the alliances are shaky, and the throne of Atlanta is suddenly looking like the Iron Throne. Dangerous, cursed, and not built for two. If you thought the first explosion between Yandy and Rasheeda was the climax, oh no, Atlanta was just warming up. What started as side-eyes and Instagram lives quickly mutated into a full-blown cultural circus. By the time the dust settled, this wasn't just a feud, it was a reality TV apocalypse with collateral damage hitting every corner of hip-hop Twitter and love and hip-hop fandom. The first twist came faster than a Usain Bolt sprint. Right after the infamous dinner showdown, Rasheeda posted what fans now call the Atlanta Manifesto, a cryptic Instagram story with nothing but the words, "Never bite the hand that fed you, especially when the hand feeds the whole city." No tags, no names. But let's be real, who else could she have been talking about? Fans decoded it instantly. This was Rasheeda's declaration of war, and Yandy's name was written all over it in invisible ink. Cue the reactions. Celebs dove into the mess like kids at a candy store. Kandi Burruss, Atlanta royalty herself, subtly chimed in with a shady like on Rasheeda's post, sending Bravo and VH1 fans into a frenzy crossover fantasy. Meanwhile, Tokyo Vanity went live, spilling tea in her trademark raw delivery. Listen, Yandy might think she's the queen of Harlem, but baby, this Atlanta? Rasheeda built this from the ground up. Boom. Just like that, the city took sides. But hold your wigs, because Yandy wasn't backing down. Hours later, she responded with a video, sipping wine on a rooftop, flashing a business deal contract with one manicured finger pointed at the fine print. She didn't even have to speak. The visual said it all. Subtext: "Receipts don't lie, sweetie." Fans nicknamed it the Rooftop Clapback, and the clip went viral on TikTok, soundtracked by Megan Thee Stallion's Savage. Within 24 hours, the audio had 1 million edits, from catfights to church sermons. Yes, even pastors got dragged into the meme economy. The internet, of course, turned into a battleground. Team Rasheeda fans launched hashtags like #NonBossChickForever and Just Atlanta Royalty, while Yandy's loyalists fought back with non-queen moves and receipts don't lie. Twitter threads grew longer than One Piece story arcs, with fans pulling up old episodes, side by side comparing who truly carried the show. One meme had Rasheeda photoshopped onto Nick Fury from the Avengers, calling the shots, while Yandy was edited as Thanos snapping her fingers with contracts instead of Infinity Stones. And if the fans were messy, the cast members were messier. Carly Red, never one to miss an opportunity, posted a TikTok of herself eating popcorn with the caption, "Y'all think Mona planned this?" Y'all think Mona planned this? Instantly rumors spread that maybe, just maybe, this whole feud was orchestrated to juice ratings. But the tension looked too raw, too real. This wasn't WWE scripted drama. It was two empires colliding in real time. By now, the blogs were feasting like it was Thanksgiving dinner. The Shade Room dropped back-to-back posts dissecting every move. Hollywood Unlocked ran with a headline that screamed, "ATL Queens in All-Out Civil War." And DJ Academics, because of course, decided to stir the pot with a live stream. "Rasheeda don't even need to argue, she been the boss chick," he yelled, before pivoting to clown Yandy's calm demeanor. The chat exploded with 50K viewers, half spamming crown emojis for Rasheeda, half spamming New York landmarks for Yandy. It was chaos. Digital, cultural, historical chaos. But then came the plot twist nobody saw coming: leaked audio. An anonymous source, probably one of those reality TV cameramen who accidentally finds their way to TMZ, dropped a recording allegedly capturing Rasheeda in a heated backstage rant. Her voice, raw and unfiltered, shouted, "Yandy don't belong here! She came for my bag, my people, my city!" The internet gasped. Fans who were neutral suddenly picked sides, calling Rasheeda territorial, petty, and insecure. Others argued she was defending her legacy. Whatever your take, the audio lit the internet up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Meanwhile, Yandy played the role of chess master. She responded not with anger, but with strategy, a podcast interview. Calm, calculated, she spoke about women supporting women and collaborating instead of competing. But the kicker? Every time she said collaborating, she smiled just a little too smugly. Viewers read between the lines. This wasn't kumbaya energy. This was queenpin shade disguised as self-help TED Talk energy. It was like Regina George suddenly starting a non-profit about girl power. Fans saw through it, and the memes only got funnier. As the feud burned hotter, collateral damage spread. Kirk Frost, Rasheeda's longtime partner, got dragged into the mix. Social media clowned him with captions like, "Kirk out here stressing like he just heard Rasheeda drop another diss track." At the same time, Mendices, Yandy's husband, threw. The smoke had barely cleared, but the battlefield of Atlanta was already littered with shattered alliances, bruised egos, and enough Instagram shade to blot out the sun. The clash between Yandy and Rasheeda wasn't just another reality TV dust-up. It was a cultural earthquake that sent cracks running through every corner of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Once the shouting died down, the conversation shifted to something even messier than flying glasses and heated one-liners. Reputations. Rasheeda, the boss chick, had always been the untouchable one. The calm queen who somehow balanced music, marriage drama, and boutique boss moves without ever losing her shine. But this time, her crown slipped. Suddenly, the blogs were questioning her composure, labeling her territorial, and even Atlanta's Regina George. Memes had a field day, painting her as the gatekeeper of Atlanta, guarding the throne like it was the last Popeye's chicken sandwich. Some praised her fire, but others swore she'd cracked under pressure. And once that image hits the internet, it's permanent. Yandy, on the other hand, walked away with the reputation of a chess player, smiling calmly while moving pieces on the board. Twitter crowned her the Kris Jenner of ATL, always sipping tea while orchestrating the chaos. To some, that made her iconic. To others, it made her the villain, an outsider who swooped in and started collecting wins like Thanos gathering Infinity Stones. Fans loved to hate her, hated to love her, but one thing's for sure, nobody could ignore her. And then came the ripple effect. Kirk Frost turned into his wife's #1 hype man, hopping on Instagram lives that sounded more like political rallies, chanting loyalty slogans for Rasheeda. Meanwhile, Mendices played diplomat, insisting Yandy wasn't messy, just misunderstood. Translation, he was trying to keep his household from trending on the Shade Room for the wrong reasons. But the peanut gallery outside the show made it even juicier. Cardi B tapped the like button on a shady post. K. Michelle laughed her way through an Instagram live claiming she'd seen this coming years ago. And of course, 50 Cent couldn't resist. He posted a meme of Rasheeda and Yandy photoshopped as boxers with the caption, "Place your bets." The internet didn't just watch. It turned the feud into a spectator sport. Businesses felt the burn too. Rasheeda's boutique Pressed became a symbol of loyalty, with some fans boycotting while others doubled down in support. Yandy's deals sparked debates. Was she snatching opportunities or just playing the game smarter? Suddenly, endorsements weren't just about clothes or cosmetics. They were about choosing sides in a reality TV civil war. And of course, the friendships cracked. Sierra pulled back from Yandy, citing loyalty to Rasheeda. Carly Red, never missing a messy paycheck, tossed gasoline on the flames with cryptic interviews. Atlanta only got room for one queen. Suddenly, The Love and Hip Hop cast felt like they were split into rival kingdoms. And the producers? They were sitting back watching their ratings spike like the stock market in a recession. But the loudest voice wasn't Rasheeda's or Yandy's or even Mona Scott Young's. It was the fans. Twitter became the courtroom, TikTok the highlight reel, Instagram the war zone. Team Boss Chick and Team Strategist trended like political parties, and every side-eye or Instagram caption was analyzed like evidence in a murder trial. For months, the fandom turned this clash into a living, breathing monster, feeding it memes, theories, and conspiracy threads. And the million-dollar question? Who won? Truth is, nobody walked away untouched. Rasheeda showed fire but lost some shine. Yandy played the strategist but gained the outsider villain label. Both got bruised, both got boosted, and both had their empires shaken. But together, they reminded everyone that no matter how many seasons pass, the OGs still know how to flip the table and steal the spotlight. And that's the twisted beauty of it all, because in the world of love and hip-hop, even the queens can bleed. The throne of Atlanta is still standing, but it looks cursed, dangerous, and impossible to hold without catching flames. And for the fans, oh, they're not letting this die anytime soon. Every new season, every Instagram post, every shady interview will be haunted by the ghost of Yandy versus Rasheeda. Atlanta has always been the crown jewel of reality TV drama. But now, it feels more like the Hunger Games. Two OGs went to war, the empire trembled, and the audience? They got the bloodbath they came for. And there you have it. Atlanta didn't just witness a feud, it lived through a televised apocalypse. Yandy and Rasheeda went toe-to-toe, shook the love and hip-hop universe, and gave us enough memes to power the internet for the next decade. But before you scroll off to the next scandal, let's be real. If you've been watching this mess unfold like it's your personal Super Bowl, then you owe yourself to stay locked in here. Hit that like button like it just stole your rent money. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you riding with Team Boss Chick or Team Strategist? Don't just lurk. Let the world know which queen you'd bet your Wi-Fi password on. And while you're at it, smash subscribe harder than Rasheeda slammed that metaphorical throne. Because trust me, this isn't the last war we'll see in Atlanta. Scandals don't sleep, and neither does this channel. Tomorrow, it could be another leaked text, a surprise clapback, or a cast member crying on Instagram Live. Either way, you'll hear it here first. We don't do boring news. We do chaos, conspiracy, and cliffhangers so juicy, they make Netflix finales look like bedtime stories. So buckle up, because the next scandal is already brewing. And until then, remember this. In the world of love and hip-hop, queens don't retire, they reload. This is Celeb Rux, signing off with one final line to leave you shook. If Atlanta was already hot, Yandy and Rasheeda just turned it into Hell's VIP lounge. Stay tuned, because the next bombshell is only one messy Instagram post away. Only one messy Instagram post away.